Hello. I hope you're all doing well as you watch this. I saw a video on TikTok this morning and it really pulled at my heart for a couple reasons. It's how a mommy is supposed to feel about their child, no matter whether the child is little or a grown person. It's how I feel about mine, but it's not how my mommy felt about me. And it may not be how your mommy feels about you. So I'm going to share that TikTok video and then come back and tell you a couple of things that came into my mind after I watched this video.
You know mommy loves you, right? Mommy loves you when you make the right decision, and mommy loves you when you make the wrong decision. Mommy loves you on your good days, and mommy loves you on your bad days too. Mommy loves you when you're happy and excited and smiley, and mommy loves you when you're grumpy and angry or sad. There is truly nothing on planet Earth that could ever make mommy not love you. And in fact, I not only love you, but I like you. I like who you are. I love listening to the things that you have to say. I love spending time with you. I love being around you. Mommy made her mind up about you the day you were born, and there is nothing you could ever do to change the way I feel about you, because you're mine, and I'm so proud of you.
Kind of a tearjerker, isn't it? So I was thinking about how I have gotten past the core wounds of my mommy not loving me no matter what. You know, people can spout the words unconditional love. And that's how it's supposed to be between a parent and a child. But it's not always the case. Maybe it's not even great percentages, I'm not sure. But when one has a parent that's a narcissist, it's all about them. And it's often about gaslighting. And there's none of that feel-good stuff that we just watched in the video. So I was getting kind of at the end of my shadow work. And I say that knowing we're never fully healed. There's always going to be that one more thing. And I was thinking that, it wasn't nearly as scary as people say it is. Yeah, it's hard to look at those things that we have deemed not acceptable, but it doesn't just magically happen. It usually happens in childhood. And it usually happens because somebody told us that this or that was not acceptable. They're not really valid things to be shut away, but we decide they are because usually a parent has told us that's not any way for a child to act. Those things are not acceptable. You can't be that way. You can't sound that way. You can't do those things. And so we have all these things that we have listened to an authority figure tell us are not okay. Put it away. If it dares to come out, judge it harshly. It can't possibly be legitimate. Well, since I was at this place, it was put into my head. It's like anymore, I don't think I have an original idea. I'm sure I do, but, so much comes in from Spirit that I maybe could help people do some shadow work. And Spirit gave me a very interesting twist. And I have done this new kind of work with a few people now. And I want to share what I have discovered helped me and has helped other people heal by acknowledging. And it's not an easy one. to pull these things out of the closet, we have to acknowledge that the parent or the caregiver or the authority figure was wrong, or flat out lied, or really meant harm, or was a narcissist who claimed to love us but really didn't give a shit, because the only one a narcissist gives a shit about is themselves. And that's a hard thing to do, because even if the adult acknowledges that there is still, that inner child within that thinks, no, we always have to mind an authority figure or a parent. We always have to believe that what they tell us is true. It's a really hard thing to do. But if you are kind of at that stage where you are trying to heal some of this stuff and pull these things out of the closet, which were really never illegitimate, and bring them into you as this healing adult, you may have to acknowledge that the parent or the grandparent or the babysitter, whoever it was, had their own agenda, possibly had mental illness, maybe just was a shithead in general. And that you may have bought into it as a child, you may have believed it all as a child, but it's time to let it go and acknowledge that they were wrong. Take it or leave it. It's just what I have found to be the case. And I, again, am saying it's not easy, because we do have that inner child that is part of us that is going to be kicking and screaming and saying, no, my mommy would never lie to me, or no, my daddy would never tell me something that wasn't the truth, or my grandma wouldn't have an agenda. My grandma loves me. You know what I'm saying. I don't know if it's helpful or not. I don't know if you're at that stage of work or not. But if you are, remember, those things that we put away and judge to be not okay, never were not okay. Anger is legitimate if someone has provoked it. Sadness is legitimate if things are really bringing you down. None of it do we have to stay in forever. We don't have to wallow in it. But they're all okay emotions. They're all part of us. And until we can acknowledge that they're all legitimate, depending on legitimate circumstances, of course, we're not ever going to feel like we're whole, because we're denying important parts of ourselves. Just thought. Take care, everybody. Bye.